Good evening, everyone. We're very happy to see people joining on time. I hope you have been informed about the topic today. Today's topic is 21st century skills in pedagogy, and we have the pleasure with us of hosting Miss Sayeda Sophia. Miss Sayeda Sophia, are you with us?
Yes, Ms. Khatija, I'm here. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Should we wait for some more time and wait for some people to join? Because I don't see many people here.
Maybe a couple of minutes. Shall we wait for a couple of minutes?
Yes, I would like to hold that for a few more minutes.
Yeah, then we can begin. Then we can begin.
Yes. So we'll begin, inshallah, exactly at 2:05 or 2:06. Okay?
Yeah, fine.
Sorry, 8:05 or 8:06.
Just a couple of minutes, yeah. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you for joining, everyone. Today we have Sayeda Sophia. She's an MSc and MEd, and she's also been a director for Zenith Academy, and she's the current principal of Learners Academy, for which she has been serving for quite some time. She has a passion to lead and train teachers in the field of education. She's been, associated in the education scenario for a really long time. She's worked as a coordinator, headmistress, principal, and she's passionate about teaching. She helps, people of different sections of the society move ahead in their life by imparting them, you know, com- uh, competent skills in teaching and learning. And she believes that, lifelong learning is the only way ahead. We welcome Sister Sophia today, and we are so eager to hear you, Sister Sophia. Please take care.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ms. Khatija. Yeah. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A very good evening to all my dear members of the teaching fraternity. First of all, I would like to extend my gratitude to the organizing team of Muslim Women's Association for providing me this opportunity to speak on the topic 21st century skills in pedagogy. Now, the literal meaning of pedagogy is it's an art, science, or profession of teaching. My dear teachers, what you teach is important, but more important is how you teach. And that makes all the difference. As times have changed, needs of learners also have changed. And so also have changed the teaching approaches, methods, and techniques accordingly. Children of the present century need individual attention. So, child-centric approach is the essence of present-day curriculum in schools, right from pre-primary to grade 10. Now, look at the different methods and techniques that should be adopted by teachers of 21st century to make learning more effective, productive, and interesting. integrating the best practices of various teaching methods of 21st century, like the Montessori method, constructivist approach and the methods, art and drama in education, use of technology, brain-based learning, project method, social learning, etc. The 21st century skills of pedagogy culminate into three major areas. And these are the first, learning skills, second, literacy skills, and third, the life skills or the soft skills. Now, what are these learning skills, literacy, and the life skills? The learning skills, the 4 C's to remember: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. The literacy skills are information, media, and technology. The life skills, flexibility, leadership skills, initiative, productivity, and social skills. Now, what are these learning skills? The critical thinking ones. Critical thinking is the analysis of available facts, evidence, observations, and arguments to form a judgment. It is the ability to think clearly and rationally, understanding the logical connection between ideas. So what are these skills? The first one, observation, the ability to notice and predict opportunities, problems, and solutions. Second, analysis, the gathering, understanding, and interpreting of data and other information. Third, inference, drawing conclusions based on relevant data, information, and personal knowledge and experience. The fourth, critical thinking, is communication, when you have to communicate, sharing and receiving information with others, verbally, non-verbally, and in writing. And the fifth one, problem solving, the process of gathering, analyzing, communicating information to identify and troubleshoot the solutions. Now, the next C is creativity. This is defined as the tendency to generate or recognize ideas, alternatives, or possibilities that may be useful in solving problems, communicating with others, and entertaining ourselves as well as others. It makes use of divergent thinking, which is solving problems with many possible solutions. So creativity is doing the usual things in an unusual way. The third C is collaboration. Collaboration is a joint effort between 2 or more people, free from hidden agendas, to produce an output in response to a common goal or shared priority. Now, what are the components here? First of all, we need to build trust, have teamwork, share and care. Success, we have to aim at success, support and assist each other, exchange ideas and thoughts, and be an inspiration to each other. Now, communication. Communication is a two-way process of listening and speaking. One of the most important interpersonal skills in any profession is communication. Whether you work in a school or college, you will need to be able to communicate clearly and effectively with others, both verbally and in writing. Teachers also require skills in effective public speaking. Now, coming to the literacy skills: information, media, and technology. Now, what are the components here? Hardware, the database, security, software, the different applications used, the servers, internet, network, and the support system. 21st century children are smart learners. We teachers also have to be smart teachers then. And for that, we need to be more knowledgeable, well prepared, and well equipped. We need to be tech savvy and possess basic computer knowledge and skills. Now, coming to the life skills or the soft skills, as we see: flexibility, leadership, initiative, productivity, and social skills. I feel these are very, very important in today's scenario. Flexibility. Flexibility is one's ability and willingness to respond and adjust to changes by balancing core beliefs. When you are flexible, you are versatile, resilient, and responsive, of course, to change. Flexible teachers can revise their plans to incorporate new innovations and challenges while still achieving their goals. Especially in student assessment programs, teachers have to be flexible and not rigid in their perspective and approach. This encourages the students and builds up their confidence and self-esteem. Leadership. This is of prime importance to teachers. Leadership is an element of personality that causes people to follow. It defines a leader as a person who, by force of example, talents, or qualities of leadership, plays a directing role, uses commanding influence, or has a following in any sphere of activity or thought. Leadership is a process of inspiring and helping people to work toward a goal. We are neither born leaders nor born teachers. We need to be trained to develop these soft skills, which form an integral part of the 21st century. Now, what makes an effective leader? Effective leaders have the ability to communicate well, motivate their team, handle and delegate responsibilities, listen to feedback, and have the flexibility to solve problems in an ever-changing workplace. So here are certain leadership skills. Communication. As a leader, you need to clearly and succinctly explain to your team everything from organizational goals to specific tasks. Leaders must master all forms of communication, including one-on-one, departmental, and full staff conversations, as well as communication via phone, email, video, chat, and social media. Now, second, motivation. Leaders need to inspire their teammates to go the extra mile for their organizations. There are a number of ways to motivate your team. You may build their self-esteem through recognition and rewards, or by giving them new responsibilities to increase their investment in the workplace. Leaders must learn what motivators work best for the team members to encourage productivity and passion among them. Then delegating. Leaders who try to take on too many tasks by themselves will struggle to get anything done. These leaders often fear that delegating tasks is a sign of weakness when it actually can be a sign of a strong leader. Therefore, you need to identify the skills of your team members and assign duties to each of them based on his or her skill set. Positivity. A positive attitude can go a long way in a workplace. You should be able to laugh at yourself when something doesn't go quite as planned. This helps create a happy and healthy work environment in the school, even during busy, stressful situations. I hope you all agree to this. Trustworthiness. Team members need to feel comfortable coming to their leader with questions and concerns. By being open and honest, a leader will encourage the same sort of honesty in the team. Creativity. As a leader, you have to make a number of decisions that do not have a clear answer. So you need to think outside of the box. Learning to try non-traditional solutions or approaching problems in non-traditional ways will help you to solve an otherwise unsolvable problem. Then the next leadership skill is feedback. Leaders should constantly look for opportunities to deliver information to team members about their performance. By teaching how to improve their work and make their own decisions, you will feel more confident delegating tasks to your colleagues. Next, responsibility. A leader is responsible for both the successes and failures of his team. Therefore, you need to be willing to accept blame when something does not go correctly. Accept mistakes and failures, and then devise clear solutions for improvement. Then the next leadership skill is commitment. It is important for leaders to follow through with what they agree to do. You should be willing to put in the extra hours to complete an assignment. A leader cannot expect the team members to commit to their jobs, their tasks, if he or she cannot do the same. Last but not the least, flexibility. Mishaps and last-minute changes may occur at work. Leaders need to be flexible, accepting whatever changes come their way and revise their plans accordingly. So these are a few core skills of the 21st century. And then I have just prepared a few popular teaching methods and their techniques and how advantageous they are in the field of education. Now, Montessori method. Be it any century, Dr. Maria Montessori, her method and techniques have proved to be highly beneficial and effective in early childhood education, especially between 3 and 6 years. Dr. Maria Montessori, 1870 to 1952, was an Italian physician and anthropologist who devoted her life to understanding how children develop socially, intellectually, physically, and spiritually. By carefully observing children all over the world, she discovered universal patterns of development, which are found in all children, regardless of their culture or the era in which they live. Teachers, I feel we owe a lot to Dr. Maria Montessori for her immense contribution to the field of education. Now, Dr. Maria Montessori's name is famous all over the world as an originator of a new system of pre-primary education for young children. She believed that children should be free to find out things for themselves and to develop through individual activity. The 5 areas, the key areas of learning are practical life, the life skills, self-awareness, self-control, coordination, confidence, independence, self-care when it comes to food, dressing, washing, etc. The care of environment, manners and etiquettes, social skills, etc. Second key area is sensorial. The sight, visual, touch, tactile, smell, olfactory, taste, gustatory, sound, auditory, and movement, kinesthetic or stereognostic. The third area is language. Phonetic awareness, sandpaper letters, spoken language, the basic skills of English, LSRW, pre-reading and pre-writing skills. Fourth area is mathematics. Concrete materials used for games, beads, number tiles, sandpaper, numbers, for place value, addition, subtraction, fractions, the basic operations used. And last is culture, which involves history, geography, sciences, art, and music. These are the key areas which Dr. Maria Montessori has proposed. Now, her method, it's a child-centered alternative educational system. This is a method based on the fact that children learn directly from their environment and relatively little from listening to a teacher talking to a class. The Montessori method provides a stimulating, child-oriented environment in which children can explore, touch, and learn without fear. Some of the characteristics are, this method is self-activated. It is based on profound respect for the child's personality as an individual. It is based on the child's imperious need to learn by doing. I just happened to watch my grandson today. He's just 1 year and 5 months old. And when my daughter was feeding my grandchild, he kept on insisting on having the food on his own. So it was so cherishable. And when you just observe this, notice this, and the teachers also want to give some choice to the children, or parents giving choice to the children, they want to play on their own, like building blocks. They want to build the blocks on their own. So this is an imperious need, which Dr. Maria Montessori has taken an advantage and proposed the techniques. The learning environment is positive, non-threatening, and non-competitive. Children learn through activities that involve exploration, manipulation, order, repetition, abstraction, and communication. The role of teacher is that of a guide, observer, coach, facilitator, and overall manager. Montessori system teaches to individuals instead of to groups. It utilizes autodidactic or self-correcting equipment for introduction and learning of various concepts. Now, the children's house. Montessori designed a structural environment in which children could choose freely from a number of developmentally appropriate activities. Now, this structured environment designed for children is called children's house. Now, we teachers and parents can name it as a play or activity corner. And I would suggest every house should have a small corner for the children to have their own set of toys, their games, their educational games, etc. And then they can keep it neat and tidy, and they know how to maintain that corner. Now, Montessori's contributions to education. She developed a unique system of early childhood education named Montessori system, which has been used effectively with mentally retarded, physically handicapped, normal, and gifted children. Children's house that initiates and facilitates auto education. Montessori developed a series of standardized sensorial materials called didactic apparatus. She discovered that children have basic needs and natural tendencies, and when these are met, the children progress rapidly. She observed that young children learn best through the use of their senses. They need to touch, feel, move, see, hear, smell, and taste. This discovery opened the new era of sensory learning in the field of pre-primary school education. She replaced the word teacher as the word directress, as she thinks that the function of the teacher is to direct and guide and not just to teach. Now, coming to the second method, which is also popular in higher grades, constructivism. Now, the propounder of cognitive constructivism is Jean Piaget, a Swiss psychologist, and social constructivism by Lev Vygotsky, a Russian psychologist. Constructivism basically is an approach to learning that holds that people actively construct or make their own knowledge, and that reality is determined by the experiences of the learner. Learners construct new knowledge on the foundations of their existing knowledge. Constructivist learning theory underpins a variety of student-centered teaching methods and techniques which contrast with traditional education, whereby knowledge is simply passively transmitted by teachers to students. Now, what is the role of the teacher in a constructivist classroom? The primary responsibility of the teacher is to create a collaborative problem-solving environment where students become active participants in their own learning. From this perspective, a teacher acts as a facilitator of learning rather than an instructor. The teacher makes sure he or she understands the students' pre-existing conceptions and guides the activity to address them and then build on them. Scaffolding is a key feature of effective teaching, where the adult continually adjusts the level of his or her help in response to the learner's level of performance. In the classroom, scaffolding can include modeling a skill, providing hints or cues, and adapting material or activity. Here we can quote a small example of socks. Now, suppose a teacher or a mother wants a child to wear socks. So what does she do? She rolls up the socks and hands over to the child. For the child, it becomes very easy and convenient to wear and pull it up. Other examples in classroom are graphic organizers, pictures, flow charts, simple charts, etc. And in B.Ed course also, in the syllabus, we see the lesson plans are based on the 5E approach of constructivism. The lesson plans are based on these 5Es, and the 5Es are engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. Now, The first thing is students are given a particular topic and the teachers allow the students to engage in the particular concept. They explore, they get new ideas, information, and construct their knowledge depending on the previous knowledge, on the existing knowledge. And that the teacher explains, the students' preparation also will be presented in the class, and then they elaborate. Discussion occurs between the teacher and the students. They interact with each other, share their thoughts and ideas upon the concept, and then the final stage will be evaluation. The student also evaluates the work, and then teacher also checks the work of the students. So what are the features of a constructivist classroom? Knowledge will be shared between teachers and students. Teachers and students will share authority. Teacher's role is one of a facilitator or guide. Learning groups will consist of small numbers of heterogeneous students. Heterogeneous is children with different learning abilities and different learning styles. So a classroom is heterogeneous always. How is a constructivist classroom? Pursuit of student questions and interests is valued. Learning is interactive, building on what the student already knows. It is student-centered. Teachers have a dialogue with students, helping them construct their own knowledge, which is active learning. Teachers' role is interactive, and students work in groups. So this also was an important approach given by the two psychologists, which is being followed in today's classrooms. Now, next I feel is importance of art and drama in education, which is also a part of the B.Ed syllabus nowadays. There's no doubt that arts are fun for kids. Diving into those finger paints and making a beautiful picture to hang in the classroom is awesome. Acting in a play is exhilarating, but the arts also help kids develop on many fundamental levels. Arts is nothing but expression or application of human creative skill and imagination. For example, drawing, painting, literature, music, etc. Now, here are some ways that arts help kids learn and grow. Creativity, improved academic performance, motor skills, confidence, visual learning, decision-making, perseverance, focus and concentration, collaboration, and accountability. Now, importance of drama in education. Educational drama is a highly important component of the primary classroom curriculum. It provides the opportunity for students to express themselves as well as to explore and find themselves. Within the classroom, a teacher can use educational drama in the following ways: improvising, role-playing, play building, puppeteering, and story making, telling and dramatizing. Now, improvising. Improvisation involves a spontaneous interaction with an imagined situation. It develops student confidence, develops creativity, is the child's own work, allows children to have a bit of fun, relax, express themselves, and could be used with music in movement. Role playing is improvisation in which children respond as if they are someone else in the as if drama world. That develops social skills and empathy, that is understanding someone else's point of view, that is sense of others. Story making, telling, and dramatizing is the art of making a story, telling a story, or acting out a story. This uses students' creativity and imagination, develops students' literacy skills in all areas, language skills, especially listening and speaking. So, art and drama can effectively cater to the needs of children with behavioral or psychological issues, especially ADHD, children with learning disabilities, children who are weak in academics, and many more. Now, I would like to end with all these teaching methods, the different approaches, and the techniques used with some takeaway points from today's session. So, teachers, the first, what you teach is important, but more important is how you teach. Second, 4 C's of learning skills: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. Third, life skills: leadership, social or interpersonal skills, productivity, initiative. Fourth, literacy skills: that is possessing or having basic knowledge of computers and information and technology skills. Importance of art and drama in education. These are important tools in teaching learning. Scaffolding and 5E approach of constructivism. Learning by doing, that is use of all senses from Montessori method. Some of the Montessori activities for children are wash hands and face, peel an orange, wipe table, work on buttoning, arrange beads of flowers, feel different textures, water plants or sow seeds, feed a pet, create art, practice cutting paper, help a friend or a sibling, puzzle making, sort items small to large, color matching with objects, practice transferring, for example, water, rice, beans, etc. Use sand tray to trace letters and numbers, sing a rhyme or a song, and many more. Last but not the least, takeaway point is, my dearest teachers, be happy and content, and always thank the Almighty for having blessed us and made us teachers, the nation builders. Thank you, one and all, and thank you, the program coordinators as well. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Ms. Sophia. It was nice listening to you. I hope everybody has taken down the key takeaway point. These are really important competencies that we need to develop in our teaching and learning classroom. We will, inshallah, come to you with an interesting topic next week. Do stay tuned. Thank you.